You can access the powerful image editing tools and effects in Photoshop and import those layers into After Effects. You can work seamlessly between Photoshop and After Effects, saving changes to your Photoshop file and having them reflect in the layers in your After Effects composition. The frame size between the Photoshop file and the After Effects composition should be the same. In After Effects, I'm going to be exporting a high-definition 1920 by 1080 video, so my Photoshop file should be the same. When setting up the file, here are the important settings. 1920 width by 1080 height in pixels. Resolution is 72 pixels per inch. Color mode is RGB. Background contents is set to transparent. At the bottom, square pixels is selected. Once the file is open, you can check the size by going to Image, Canvas Size to make sure it's 1920 by 1080. In the next tab, I have an image of the moon landing that I downloaded from the internet. I filtered my search to only look for high-resolution images, with pixel counts 1920 by 1080 and above. If your images are too small, you have to blow them up, leading to a reduction in the image quality. As a result, your final video will look pixelated and low quality. This is the challenge of working with images in After Effects. I want to separate the foreground, middle, and background so that I can animate them in After Effects separately. I'm going to select the whole image. Go to Select, select All to select it, and copy it. Go to Edit, Copy. Then I'll paste it into my Photoshop file. Go to Edit, Paste. There are multiple ways you can select parts of an image in Photoshop. Here are some options. You can use the lasso tool and run your mouse around the edge of a part of the image. You can use the magnetic lasso, which is more responsive to what is in the image. You can combine both of these tools by refining your selection with the lasso tool, holding down Shift to add to your selection, or Option or Alt on a PC to subtract. Click on the Select and Mask button at the top to refine and preview your selection. But one of my favorite ways to separate parts of images in Photoshop is to use masks and brushes. This is a non-destructive way of working, meaning you can always retain your original and you can even undo what you did easily. Copy and paste the original layer. In the new layer, click on the mask icon in the layer panel. This will create a layer mask. Click on the brush icon in the toolbar. Click on the mask to make sure you paint on the mask and not on the image layer. Turn off the visibility of the original layer. Make sure the color is either black to erase or white to paint on. If I go too far with black erase, I can select white and paint it back on. This is easy to use and non-destructive. I can adjust the brush size and the brush type in the brush menu at the top. I can zoom in and adjust the edges of my selection. I can also get a more natural edge by brushing out what I don't need. Here is my finished file. Here is my astronaut, isolated. I also removed the sky, as I want to add my own sky in After Effects later. Go to File, Save As, and save a PSD Photoshop file into the project folder. I'm now ready to import into After Effects.